We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today,
never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up.
from beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Smith going to go to the air first play. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Now he can exhale. His season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back to back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now Geno on first down. His throw incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing now is Geno. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Jaguars force the turnover They'll take over at their own 27. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson in trouble, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
One of the league's best linebackers, he ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Watson. Under pressure, they got him again. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll look to throw here. Going deep here for Watkins. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play that time for Jacksonville. 56 yards.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year, and this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A first carry here for Nando101. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Second down and 6 now. They'll go right back to Nando101. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game planned for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, Let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Faking the give, now Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. Touchdown Jaguars. Quez Watkins from 10 yards out. And the Jaguars are on the board here first in the season opener.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. And that will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives, and it looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense. 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out. Able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Now Watson. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw is Watson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Kene Nwangu scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Hey, here we go, hey. Jackson up. Hey, on the ball.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll try the air now with Smith. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now a give. Akers running left. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
13.
Now Smith. Sliding out of the pocket.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Nwangu going to get it on the counter.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Second and 7.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Watson.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Smith. Throw left side, complete to Cup.
And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. From the gun, here's Smith. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Smith. Hard throw, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Back to Nwangu again on 1st down. Taken down at the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down.
A short one there, caught by Granson.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Watson.
He'll get this to Nwangu.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's Watson. Completes it to Hardman. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Watson looks to throw again. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And we'll still have time for one play before the half, as this will be fair caught and brought out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Another run now for Nwangu. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Third and 8. Now it's Watson. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
Hey, go flip her up, flip her up.
Smith now to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith out to his left. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And his kick is indeed good. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the three, but with starting field position like that, three's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put sixes on the scoreboard.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second and a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Watson's throw taken in by Watkins here. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Handoff right side to Nwangu. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 65 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Kene Nwangu, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Jaguars 24, Dolphins 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
Up the middle, Nwangu. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. With his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jags take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Charles, a well-drawn-up play, beautifully executed, and look at the scoreboard and where we're at in the second half. They are on their way to a 1-0 start to this season.
Exactly what every team in the league dreams of, winning your season opener, getting off to that good start, and building confidence for the rest of the season.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. And now they're in the hurry-up.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
Now Geno on first down. That's out to the flat for Akers. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. On second down, here's Smith. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To the air again, Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Smith. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
This is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Cooper Kupp
from 21 yards away.
And the Dolphins are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare him
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What
maybe
was
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the posts.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Handoff here to Nwangu. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Watson. This is Fant on the short completion. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. On the give is Nwangu. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw is Watson. And that's dropped underneath to Nwangu. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Watson on 3rd down. He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Watson on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Quez Watkins. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Point after here coming up. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
There we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Throwing again is Smith. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. Desperation time for Smith on fourth down. And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Jags are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Here's Nwangu. And he's got some space here. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 118 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. Now it's Nwangu. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's 2nd and 7. And Watson's going to throw it here. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll set up to throw. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw is incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout.
as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
3rd and 4. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Play action. It's Smith. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Second and 10, Smith again. And that one drops to the ground, incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Smith. That is caught. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Smith throwing again. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2.
Listen, the past bananas, but I haven't seen it. You thought it was over. You bragging ignorance. You lack the vision from sacrilegious. I feel my wrath as you ever been in my clearly crafted mission with crass intentions. You may have given them credit so they can save now. This ain't the end and you might as well go and lay down. Make way to witness the heights are going to fade down. You pray for distance from guys like me, it's too late now. Preparation beats opportunity, no? Being great as ambiguity, no? Too much at stake for your foolery, is it though? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, did you know? What have I done? What are my motives? What am I thinking? What are you thinking? What's to be done? Who needs a motive? I won't be defeated. They don't want to see it, don't want to believe it, but no one will stop to the most uneven. I'm close to achieving my goals. I'm needing to show them everything that I believe in. I ain't here to fight, Phil. I got everything to lose. Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need